Tonight at 5, street crews will be busy over the next few days clearing roads and highways as a winter storm brings strong winds and dangerously cold temperatures.
We're also dealing with hazardous driving conditions. We'll take a closer look at when travelers can expect safer roads.
And how the slick roads caused Governor Tony Evers to declare an energy emergency, what it means for Wisconsin residents. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Over the next 24 hours, Wisconsin communities will face blizzard conditions, slippery roads, and extreme cold.
Officials are warning people, stay home if you can and avoid going out on the roads. Take a look. These are some of several examples of how tricky driving will be over the next few days. This morning and earlier this afternoon, Department of Transportation cameras caught several drivers spinning out on the road, and some even slid off into a ditch.
And while 60 plow trucks are on the roads right now, it has still been a messy commute for many drivers.
The DOT reports certain traffic incidents have doubled or even tripled since this morning. Our Armand Rahman is live along the Beltline tonight with the latest numbers. Armand?
Yeah, guys, well, all day, but that's because those pretty heavily on this belt line as well as the interstate throughout the county. But across the state since 7 a.m., the DOT reports 102 cases of drivers needing assistance, 72 vehicle runoffs, and 39 property damage crashes. Now, according to the the Dane County Highway Management, most of the worst slippery conditions have been on those outlying roads, and those are the ones that are changing conditions very quickly. So that's why they see a lot of people losing traction as they slide off. And also, we have been tracking many tow bans in surrounding counties in the area like Iowa and Outagamie County. However, as of now, we have not seen one reported for our area yet. For now, live along the Beltline, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
All right, Armand, thank you very much. And here's a quick look at the 511 map. You can see there are plenty of crashes and traffic incidents littered across the state. The entire state now covered in what are being described as slippery stretches as well as snow-covered roads.
You want to be sure to drive carefully if you're heading out tonight. The wind is going to become a big issue as well. City officials say if you must travel, be patient and alert. Our Julian Seawright is out on the weather patio with the very latest on this storm. Julian?
And that's the best message for this storm, is just to really be careful when traveling, as winds are going to start to pick up as we get into the rest of this evening. Any falling, accumulating snow is pretty much ended throughout much of Madison and the Dane County area, but we are still looking for some areas just east of Dane County that are holding on to a bit of some light snow, but that'll start to clear up as we get into later parts of tonight as well. So it's going to be the winds and near blizzard-like conditions as we're going to be seeing any of the snow that has fallen really start to be picked up and really start to lower our visibility throughout much of southern Wisconsin. There are slippery stretches as well, so make sure that you're taking it slow and just being mindful that you could lose traction in a second. Outside of that, here's a look at our winter weather bulletins. We're still under a winter storm warning for most of southern Wisconsin. Areas to the north are under a blizzard warning starting at 6 p.m. tonight and will go until 6 a.m. going into our Saturday. Here's a look at our snowfall reports. They are minimal, but at the same time, just notes that we are looking at not the snow from this storm, but the winds and cold that's going to really be impacting us over the next couple of days. Outside on our weather patio, we saw some of the more significant snowfall totals of 5 inches, but overall, we did not see a whole lot of accumulations that were very eye-popping, as one would say, throughout southern Wisconsin, which is what we were anticipating. This was going to be a light snow event, and you can see on our radar, it's really starting to clear its way out, pushing past Jefferson County as we go into the rest of tonight. We are looking at 2 to 4 inches that had fallen and accumulated for some areas throughout much of southern Wisconsin, but this is what we're starting to pick up on. The gusts are already into the upper 20s for us here in Madison, and they are starting to get a bit more stronger as that cold front starts to push through. Wind chills It feels like 22 degrees below zero out here. So it is a cold night, and it's just going to get colder. However, the good news is we have seen improvements in terms of visibility for us here in Madison and for Monroe, but areas to the east are now looking at lowered visibility. So that's one thing we're going to be watching for over the next few hours, especially as we head into tonight. We'll break down the rest of this alert day forecast in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
Julian, thank you. Madison Streets Division says all roads will be plowed starting at midnight. They're not declaring a snow emergency, but are still asking drivers to avoid parking on our streets, and alternate side parking will be in effect, regardless of the weather conditions. And crews have been working throughout the day to keep the city's main roads clear, and before midnight, they'll be focusing on high traffic and high speed routes as well. Officials also say bus stops and paths will likely be covered by snow due to high winds. If you're traveling by bus, be sure to bundle up or maybe simply postpone your trip until Saturday if you can. Wind chills will be around 30 below zero, so you can get frostbite as you wait for your ride.
Well, it's been a very long day, as you can imagine, for those behind the wheel of the snowplows. High winds and cold temperatures make the usual strategies to get the snow off the roads more difficult. Here's our Catherine Merck from a bit earlier today. She took a ride along with a plow crew in Prairie du Sac.
Hello, everybody. News 3 Now's Catherine Merck here. I'm in Prairie du Sac, following around plow crews as they continue to clean up this winter storm that's happening for the next couple of days. We have our photographer, Brian Mesmer, in front of us here in one of these big plows that's trying to clean up the roads as best as they can and lay down salt. But a big problem that's actually happening right now is the salt not able to do its job just because of how cold it is here, and the wind continues to push the snow onto the streets, making it difficult for these crews to be able to do their job. But hopefully they'll be back out here getting things done and making the roads safe for people to come out and travel here. Make sure to stick with us on our website at channel3000.com and at News 3 Now on air to continue to get updates on the road conditions. Reporting in Prairie du Sac, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
And as those crews work to clear our roads, travel times may still take a whole lot longer.
That's why the governor declared today an energy emergency to make more time for truckers to transport essential fuel on Wisconsin roads. Political reporter Will Keneally joins us from the Capitol with more. Will?
So the governor's executive order does essentially what you laid out right there. It waives federal limits for the hours that those workers can drive, so they can still make it to where they need to go while the roads are still bad here. And the key thing to note here is that the order doesn't force the truckers to drive if it is unsafe for them to do so. This will likely last throughout the storm, but it could last until the end of this year. Now, this isn't the first energy emergency that the governor has called. During his first few months as governor, there was a cold snap that delayed deliveries of propane. That caused another energy emergency. And a few months later, in the fall of 2019, a cold snap and late corn crop drew up the demand for propane as well. The most recent one came last February during a cold snap. In all of those cases, Governor Evers similarly waived the hour limits for those truckers, but he can also do things like suspend the weight limits for drivers on certain roads. So now, both of those emergencies lasted a little bit longer. Those were 30-day emergencies. Those dealt, though, also with these supply chain issues, while this emergency dealt largely with the road conditions that we see out here now. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, Will, thank you. And the storm has forced the cancellation of the Badger men's basketball game against Grambling State. Those teams are supposed to face off tomorrow night, but officials have decided to simply cancel the game, saying it will not be rescheduled. So all ticket holders, you'll get an email with more information, and the Badgers will be back on the court next Friday when they take on Western Michigan at the Kohl Center. People still on the UW-Madison campus, by the way, are calling it a ghost town, but student jobs and late finals mean some students are stuck on campus until this weather lets up. Our Nicole Herzog caught up with some of those students today.
Just trying to get home whenever I can.
It's a similar struggle for the few students still on UW's campus.
Probably the worst weather at the time when we all have to drive home, yeah.
With campus still open, final exams and on-campus jobs are operating as normal.
We're just doing what the university wants us to do at the moment, and we're waiting to see if anything changes.
But for students who had exams last night and today, road conditions are making it a challenge to get back home. And those with campus jobs are still expected to work.
Yeah, we have to stick around until I guess the chancellor closes stuff.
For now, the university hasn't announced any plans to shut down campus this week. They told students they could stay through the storm, but would have to find their own meals. And some students are worried that with more snow coming, conditions could be too dangerous.
I think it'd be in the interest of everybody's safety to probably just shut everything down tomorrow at least.
They're hopeful they'll be able to make it home for the holidays. Right now, they say they're waiting for the first opportunity to get on the road.
Yeah, there's not really much people here. It's a little lonely, but we'll get home soon, hopefully.
In Madison, I'm Nicole Herzog for News 3 Now.
The last time campus closed for heavy snow was way back in 2012, but the university told us this week that it wouldn't be possible to cancel exams for today. Students are encouraged to contact their professors directly with any concerns they have. Now, new at 5, SSM Health says urgent care locations in Madison and Janesville will close at 7 tonight because of dangerous weather conditions. That includes the big clinics on the west side at High Point and the east side at Stoughton Road. Health officials encourage patients with any non-emergency medical needs to use virtual care options. They say if you do have a medical emergency, of course, call 911.
Stay up to date on the latest weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecasts, school closings, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. We also have everything you need to know on our website. Look for a special section at the top of our homepage, channel3000.com. You'll find weather alerts, a list of all of the closed businesses and canceled services, and what to do if your vehicle gets stuck in the snow.
And next at 5, Julian tells us what to expect as the temperatures continue to drop.
Plus, a closer look at what other communities are dealing with as an Arctic blast grips the U.S.
Thursday trading on Wall Street. The Dow tumbling some 349 points. The Nasdaq drops 233 1/4. S&P 500 down 56. And we'll be right back.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. This season, choose Flex Buy on a 2022 Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% financing for 66 months at your local Ford dealer. And shine bright.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under-eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. And what I love about Plexiderm is this is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under-eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm. Please send me more." It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it and I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines, like, it's amazing.
You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself, I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Hazardous road conditions, and News 3's Ride Along with Verona Police's Lieutenant Dustin Fairman.
At the Capitol, the governor declares an energy emergency. More on what that means.
With the winter storm possibly being a blizzard, we'll be breaking down how you can stay safe tonight at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
If you're thinking today's storm hasn't been too bad, just wait. This is what's coming.
Whiteout conditions. This is video from South Dakota and Iowa, making it impossible for drivers to see. Travel is growing increasingly dangerous. Thousands of flights have already been canceled or delayed. In Wyoming, wind chills could drop as low as 70 below zero. Mike Valerio has the latest.
The fury of ferocious winds, free-falling temperatures, and millions now bracing for more of the monstrous Arctic blast.
It's cold, but when it's -20, it's just another level.
Blinding blizzards and the wind chill down to -76 in Casper, Wyoming. Snow stretching into Texas all 3 days before Christmas.
You cover everything up to your eyes, and then you breathe, and that moisture freezes on your eyelashes.
Thursday is expected to be the most difficult day for travel as the storm pummels the Midwest with heavy snow and strong winds.
Take this storm extremely seriously.
President Joe Biden briefed by FEMA and the National Weather Service. More than 1,800 flights in the U.S. canceled on Thursday.
I'll feel good when we get to the gate.
In Iowa, the mayor of Des Moines called the conditions unreal.
We're advising residents to remain home and not travel unless it's absolutely necessary.
Toilet paper, hot hands.
Preparations in Portland, Oregon, gathering supplies for those without a home in the frigid temperatures. As with 102 million Americans estimated by AAA who will hit the roads tomorrow through January 2nd for longer drives away from home, the advice is to assemble the essentials for the ride into the elements.
Water, snacks, blankets, coats, flares, emergency kits. Be prepared for anything.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
And experts say today is one of the busiest travel days of the year. 3 million people are booked on some 47,000 flights.
Well, let's check back in now with Julian for the latest on this major winter storm.
Well, the one thing we're going to be watching for is no longer going to be accumulating snow, but the developments of cold air and strong winds rolling in throughout much of southern Wisconsin and the upper Midwest in itself. And with those strong winds and the light snow that we did accumulate in the last 24 hours, well, we got to talk about the potentials of this bringing in blizzard-like conditions for us. Now, many people have the stigma that a blizzard is when we're dumped with 10 to 12 inches of snowfall, but that's not really the case. A blizzard in itself is as follows. When sustained winds of 35 miles per hour are sticking around for at least 3 hours, and with the visibility dropped to about 1/4 of a mile, so it's really hard to see what's in front of you from falling or blowing snow, that's what goes into the criteria of being a blizzard. And honestly, the best way to stay safe of it is to not drive at all when those conditions are put together. Staying home is the best way to stay safe, but if you must travel, because it is rather difficult and sometimes in some cases it's rather impossible, make sure that you have your winter survival kit in your car and you're also using as much caution as possible. Now, taking a look at our radar, this is what we're seeing for the remnants of that winter storm, which was bringing in light snow. It's pretty much clearing out of southern Wisconsin. As it's exiting closer towards Lake Michigan, we're not going to be looking at much more in terms of snowfall. Maybe see a couple of flurries, but outside of that, it's now just going to be the winds and the cold air that's going to be our next big threat over the next about 3 days. So our alert days from tonight to Saturday, the biggest takeaway from it will be the winds and cold temperatures, which won't be nearly as bad as Wyoming, but folks, it's still going to be dangerously cold in regards to the wind chills. We'll get to that in just a moment. As we take a look at our winter weather bulletins, we are still under a winter storm warning for all of southern Wisconsin until Saturday morning at 6 a.m. For our friends to the far northwest, they're under a blizzard warning from 6 p.m. tonight going into 6 a.m. for Saturday as well. So let's go ahead and walk through the rest of our Thursday night. As the snow clears out, the winds roll in. We're looking at temperatures to still be well below zero. In many areas, especially to the west, are going to be in the double digits below zero. So you can only imagine what the wind chills are going to feel like as these winds start to strengthen between 35 to 40 miles per hour overnight and heading into our Friday. this is what we're going to be seeing, the time to really just stay home from Friday morning to Friday afternoon, honestly the entirety of Friday in itself, because whatever snow had fallen with these strong winds and cold temperatures sticking around, it's not going to be even close to favorable conditions for you to be traveling throughout the Friday. If you have to travel, really kind of wait until Saturday. Saturday conditions will start to improve just a bit, but it's still something to monitor as we go into the Saturday morning, because winds are still coming in from the northwest rather strong. And once again, once we get into our Saturday evening, temperatures will start to at least improve, but it's not going to be enough improvement for the conditions themselves to not at least be a little bit treacherous for us. Now, in terms of winds, by the time we get into our overnights heading into Friday morning, we're sustaining gusts into the lower 40s, mid 40s miles per hour. Some areas, especially into the northern side near Marshfield, we're looking close to around 50 miles per hour. And that's just the winds. The wind chills is also another issue. For tonight alone, 30 degrees below zero for us here in Madison, and it may improve just a bit, but we're still going to hold between 20 to 25, even 30 degrees below zero, and won't see much improvement until we get into the late part of this weekend and heading into Monday. Here's a look at our 10-day forecast. We're looking at things to slowly but surely start to warm up for us, but as we ring in the new year, we're at least looking at 40-degree temperatures, which is actually going to be a relief for us after what we're dealing with for this weekend. Now, as we take a look outside, this is I-39 as of right now, still rather smooth, but there are some slick spots, especially with the cold temperatures. So make sure that you're taking it slow and using caution. Along the belt line, the crash seems to have cleared on the western or on the eastern side of the belt line as of right now, but still some slow spots, so just make sure that you're taking it slow and being cautious when you're traveling for tonight. It's going to do it for our weather and traffic. Back to you guys.
All right, Julian, thank you. And as temperatures drop, Madison officials are taking steps to make sure the city's most vulnerable stay safe. The city's Homeless Services Consortium says outreach teams spent the week contacting people experiencing homelessness to make sure they have a place to ride out the storm. Area shelters, Porchlight, and the Salvation Army have made some adjustments to shelter more people, including adding beds and cots. If the shelters reach capacity, they're asking residents to stay with friends or family. The city has also offered to pay for a hotel room for those who are in need. Madison Metro also plans to provide transportation between the shelters and the Beacon today and tomorrow.
Once again, we invite you to download our First Warn Forecast weather app as we go through this weather event, complete with hourly forecasts, school closings, road conditions, and the latest radar. Download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. And the snow and wind, that's one problem. Another, perhaps the most dangerous part of the system, is the cold temperatures. The best ways to keep it from becoming a major problem, next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. And they look clean, they feel clean. and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick Pen with your order. The Quick Stick Pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick Pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons. To help you take walks again.
To ease your pain.
To rebuild your strength. And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care.
We care about you.
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 They care about me. Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics, now offering robotic-assisted knee replacement.
The holidays are for making memories, and you can count on Honda to help you make them. Whether it's in a capable Ridgeline, adventurous CRV, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic Pilot. Start making memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
More than 100 million people across the U.S. are under winter weather and wind chill alerts today.
And it's the record low temperatures that present the biggest danger. In today's Health Minute, Ivan Rodriguez tells you how to stay safe.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful and will be getting even worse over the next few days. So it's imperative that you are prepared to battle the cold. With the National Weather Service warning of life-threatening wind chill in some parts of the country, the number one thing you can do to stay safe is stay inside.
We really tell people to limit their exposure outside.
Kelly Sear, a warning coordination meteorologist with the Weather Service, says frostbite can happen even faster than you think in negative temperatures.
Combined with the strong winds, that really creates this hazardous conditions to humans. Then it's just a matter of minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and your skin can start freezing.
Also, don't get on the roads unless you have to.
Make sure you have an emergency kit in your vehicle, and that emergency kit is you're going to keep things that are going to keep you warm in the event that you do get stranded or your vehicle stalls. So you want to make sure you have the hat, the mittens, the gloves, your warm winter coat, blankets, some extra food. Make sure your cell phone is with you, an extra external battery charger for your cell phone so that you can call for help.
And take the proper precautions indoors too. Dress warmly, keep your pets inside, let your water taps drip slightly to prevent freezing pipes. If the power goes out, don't leave candles unattended, and never, never use generators, grills, or camp stoves indoors or near windows. For today's Health Minute, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
And we're back with a final check of that First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Celebrate home for the holidays with a better night's sleep at Ashley. Save up to 55% off mattresses, including this Beauty Rest Select Queen Hybrid. Receive a comforter, 2 pillows, and a 4-piece sheet set for free with purchase. And free delivery, all for less than $21 a month, only at Ashley.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
Never have I ever put literally every single item in our store on sale, even the items that never go on sale. Every item?
Join us now through December 24th for our never on sale sale. Only at Rogers and Hollins.
How do you use your energy? Inspiring a spark of creativity? Working hard to reach your goals? Thinking outside the box to bring your vision to life? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy,
powering beyond.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
From big to small, Menards has it all. Finish cleaning your garage this holiday season with help from Shop Vac. This 6-gallon wet dry vac tackles the toughest messes, wet or dry. Get a 6-gallon vac for just $59.99. Save on our great selection of Rayovac batteries and stock up for everyday use or those battery-powered Christmas gifts. Save big money in all Rayovac high-energy batteries. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Holidays can be so stressful. So give the gift of wellness. Buy $100 in Massage Envy gift cards and receive a free $20 promo card. Keep your body working.
Celebrate home for the holidays at Ashley. Save big on furniture and mattresses with discounts from 30% off and up to 83% off on closeouts. Plus, our gift to you, free white glove delivery. Furnish your room for less than $20 a month. Only at Ashley.
And Julian's back. Final check of the forecast.
Well, we're just going to go over a quick look at our alert day, folks. So the light snow is pretty much over with for the rest of this storm. Now it's going to be strong winds and dangerous wind chills that are going to be the biggest issues for us over the next coming days. And those winds could cause power outages. So make sure you're checking on your elderly and you're being safe with your pets as well. Make sure that you're staying indoors going into our Friday. But here's a quick look at how things are going to be rolling in for us to go in terms of conditions. Now, snow will be out of here, but the winds themselves will really start to pick up overnight. Not going to be looking at very favorable conditions at all. It's going to be one of those stay at home throughout the entirety of Friday. Temperatures will be well below zero and won't see any kind of improvement throughout the day, especially as wind chills will be within the 40 to even close to 45 miles per hour wind chill or wind gusts throughout the course of our Friday. And wind chills themselves will be at their worst tonight, but still not really nice throughout much of our Friday either. Here's a quick look at our 10-day forecast, and we do see have improvements going into the new year at least.
All right, Julian, thank you. We'll have more updates in 30 minutes on News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.